Welcome to this video on what's new for GitHub Copilot in Visual Studio Code 1.122 that was released in May 2026. Follow me along as I demo new features. Enjoy! The Bring Your Own Key feature has been introduced a few versions ago for business and enterprise licenses. For Pro and Pro Plus it was available for a little more time before. But it has been made more easy. Before you had to log in using a GitHub Copilot account to your IDE to be able to use it. But now you don't need to sign in. As you can see, my sign in button is there. And I can still use GitHub Copilot using Bring Your Own Key models. So if I switch on chat and I already configured the Bring Your Own Key models, you can see that I have, I can still use Copilot. I mean, I have several models here. The Kimi model that I've been using before in demos, GPT 5.4 Nano and GPT 4.0 Mini. And just to show you, it works even though we're not logged in. Let me open up a file. So I have a very simple demo. This is an API, and then as you can see, it's a different demo project, but it doesn't matter. Explain what this class is for, and let me include this as context, and there we go. So, and there we go. So we got answer. It uses GPT 5.4 Nano, and I'm not logged in. So that was there already. And now to configure these models, there is two ways. You can either click the model chooser, and there's the little gear icon, or you can press F1 or Ctrl-Shift-P to go here and then type in chat manage language models. That will open a language model editor. And what has been added as well is I can right-click one of these models, and apart from open in language models, that's a JSON view, we can directly now rename the group, which for these models is Azure because I'm hosting them on Azure Foundry. If you're using different providers, then of course you can use that. If I click rename group, I can rename the group name directly instead of going into the JSON file. Same applies to update API key, so I can update the API key. So these are generally things you do more often if you host a model yourself. And of course, there's the add model, which is the same as the one here. Yeah, and I can still, of course, edit the JSON here. So that is new. And the last thing in Bring Your Own Key is the set Bring Your Own Key utility models. So once you, well, if you don't configure the utility models, and I'll show you in a minute what these are about, then you get this, this notification. You can click the configure button, it will take you to the chat .utility settings. So there's chat utility model and utility small model. By default, they are set to default, which means that if you're logged in using a Copilot licensed account, it will use default models, which is by heart something GPT-4-ish. And when you use Bring Your Own Key, you can configure your own models, like for example, the Nano model that I'm using here. So these two settings, the first one, the utility model, is used by a few flows, which is generating the chat titles, generating the summaries, setting the settings search. So there is an AI button there. You can see it right here. And the small utility model, which is this one, is used by for commit message generation, which is in the source control view here on the left-hand side. It's used for rename suggestions. It's used for branch name generation, prompt categorization, and the intent detection. So then you know what these are used for. You can use different models. Be sure that you use fast and cheap models because they are used often and you generally want a quick response. The caveat here is that it doesn't work yet. So I think it's a rough edge of this version and it will be solved soon. But yeah, keep in mind that it doesn't work. It ought to work according to the documentation, but it doesn't. Keep also in mind that if you're using Bring Your Own Key, it doesn't work for inline completion and next edit suggestions. So there is no way to configure that yet, but I assume this will follow soon. So yeah, that's it about the Bring Your Own Key. The agents window has been introduced, I think now 2 versions ago in the stable version of VS Code. And they keep on improving, of course, this experience. You can access it by clicking here in the Open in Agents. Also, when you see the welcome window, there's a link to the agents window. So let's go there. The first thing I would like to show you is the hover details. So if you hover over a session, it now contains all of the information you would need here. So the first in the first place, it shows the harness in which this has been done. In this case, it was the Copilot CLI, which runs locally, of course. You can see the work tree it was running in, or actually the folder and the name of the branch. You can see that it changed files, but that is something you can also see right here. So that is the first change. The other change is if you're using Bring Your Own Key models, you can now configure them directly from the agents view, the agents window, by pressing F1 or Ctrl-Shift-P on your keyboard. And there you go. And you can, in this case, manage model X here, manage language models. And there we go. This is the same view as that you see when you open it from VS Code. So anything you change here will also reflect in VS Code itself. The built-in browser has been there for quite a while and they keep on improving it. One of the improvements is that you can check for compatibility with other devices than your computer. So the first thing I would like to do is to start my front end. So for that I have a task configured, which is the run front end task. And that would start a terminal where it is starting our front end. I can now access it by clicking the link here. That would open up a browser. And this is the built-in browser. Something they added is the emulation toolbar, where you can change the dimensions of the viewport here. So you can resize by the handle here at the right bottom, or you can choose a specific dimension if you want. And there's also some buttons in this case, for example, to do mobile emulation, different types. So you can you can change the user agent if there is any. And we have some presets here, to easily resize. Let me go back to the original setting and close this, because once we share this window with the agent or this browser, we can also ask Copilot to do this for us. So I now shared it with the agent and I'm asking it, hey, test this site for different devices and check for responsiveness. Not very specific, maybe I need a list of devices that I wanted to check. But yeah, for now, this should do the trick to show you what's actually happening. And it will change the viewport sweep, change the viewport size by sweeping it to verify what it does. So that's quite funny to see. We'll need to allow it because on the background it's using Playwright. And as you can see, it's using different viewport sizes to see how the site behaves. Probably it will click one of the links as well. So let's see if it does that. Still doing the resize stuff. And hopefully it will also click a link. Well, and if it doesn't, it's not really a problem. So yeah, it's really awesome. If you're doing front-end development, it's a great way of being able to test your front end in different ways. I see it now clicked indeed. So yeah, while this is running, there is something else that is interesting here. Apart from Copilot being able to do the testing in the different sizes, there's another thing you can do, which is sharing the screenshot, sharing a screenshot of the current page. So if I click this arrow down, I have now the add screenshot to chat, and if I click that, browser screenshot is made, as you can see, and added as context to the chat. So now I can ask a question on something related to the screenshot. There are two updates that are hard to demo, so I'm handling them here. One is the OpenTelemetry that was introduced recently. So Copilot can emit OpenTelemetry compatible telemetry data. There is a Grafana standard dashboard available that you can implement on the Azure portal. And what they now introduced is a canonical attribute namespace, so which is GitHub Copilot. And the other thing they did is they added some additional attributes, amongst which are the repository context, the agent type, and the hook outcomes. For details, please check the release notes. The other thing that is new and that is hard to demo is the fact that there is a custom model provider available now. So apart from the existing model providers like Azure and AWS Bedrock, there you can now also use your own models that are enterprise hosted or locally, which are not part of the existing model providers. And this is now available in stable. It used to be already available in the Insiders Edition. Now it's in stable. That was it.